What's good, everybody? It is time for another Fair Shake review, and we're going to be checking out Megan Thee Stallion, something for the hotties. So yeah, this is kind of like a compilation mixtape kind of project from Megan Thee Stallion. Um, like it says on the cover, it's from the archives. Please excuse my yawn. So this is definitely not like supposed to be taken as album material. So I kept that in mind when checking this out. But we still got to be a little bit critical here because it's music that was released to be enjoyed. So can we enjoy it? That is the question. So I'm gonna give some quick little blurbs about each track real quick, and then I'll end it with my overall thoughts. So starting off with Tuned In Freestyle. I thought it was cool to hear somebody on an up-tempo track like this, and you know, Megan brings her usual cool energy and character to this track, and that was enjoyable. And then the next track, Megan Monday Freestyle. This one here showed her switching from a bunch of different flow patterns and weaving in some really nice punchlines that really shows just how great of an MC she is. And it's what a lot of people come to Megan for. Then we have a skit with Juicy J, the Trippy skit, and it's a straight skip. You'll never have to go back to that junk again. South Side Forever Freestyle. Now this one here was just straight bars over a simple beat, but for real, it's a straight dub. It's like she killed this junk, and it's one of my favorites on the project. Out of Town Freestyle. Now this one is another one with some really cool bars as well, and some really cool rhyme patterns and schemes in here. Really enjoyed that. Up next is Megan's Piano, and I thought this was like a fun beat over the piano, and it's just some more really fun, clever bars. And then next we get the Vicky Lowe and Dino, by the way, skit. And it's there's some fun to be had with it, but it's definitely a skip, one that you don't really need to come through it again to listen to. Then it goes into Eat It. And to me, I feel like the vocal sample could get annoying for some people, but Megan on here still brings some more great flow patterns on this straight sex song, and like this is like the first like real kind of song structured kind of track on this mixtape. So everything before was just kind of like, hey, let me give you this cool verse, and you know, and it's very, you know, old school mixtape kind of material, where it's just like, hey, I got this beat, I made this really dope verse, here you go, that's it. Now Eat It is like the first of like the actual more song structured kind of tracks on the project, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Next is All of It, and this one was not as great to me, but it's just her talking about kind of what she wants from a dude, and there's better examples of this further down the line that I'll bring up when it comes to it. Up next is Warning. Warning here is it has a really good beat to dance to, but unfortunately it's not one of my favorite rhymes that she's been able to come up with. So that leads into Kitty Cat, which I thought was really dope, that it sampled the I'm Horny from Two Life Crew. Ooh, I'm horny, ooh, so horny. That the way they flipped that was cool, and to me this is one of the simpler choruses that work really well. And then the kitty cat, like I was like, yes, I could get into this. And this is also one of the more enjoyable brag raps that we were able to hear on this project. But the bridge on this thing, I thought was a little bit unnecessary. Wasn't really into it. But it doesn't keep me from checking out this track repeatedly. So gotta say, it was a good one. Up next was Tina Snow interlude, and this was another skippable one, but it was very cool to hear Lil Kiki supporting Megan Thee Stallion, so that was really cool. God's favorite. Um, this one here is super simple but very enjoyable. Another one of my favorite tracks on here. Let Me See It is calling out those who will be out there faking the funk, and I really enjoyed this song as well. The only downside is that the ending of this has Bun B and Paul Wall representing, and much respect to them, and it's great that they're giving Megan her props, but having this like tied to the end of this song kind of made me like lose some of the replayability of it. I'm still gonna let it be on the playlist, for the shuffle, but to just go back and listen to it on my own accord will probably happen a little less likely because of the ending, shout outs and support for Megan at the end. It just kind of drags the song down a bit. Then it goes into Opposite Day, which is another super hard, fun track. Dig it. I'm adding that to the playlist. Freakend is another sex forward song, and it's super well produced. Love that. It was dope. Up next is Bagels. With Bagels, I just realized it sounds like the food. Anyway, it's another song about what she wants from a dude, but I think that this was a much better than all of it. Like the way it was brought in this song was way better. The lines were better, the flows were better. I even like the beat better. I like that one. Pipe Up. Pipe Up here is all about wanting a dude with money, and I think it was really catchy with her going back and forth between like the sing-songy delivery and the raps. She did good on this one. Then we got the Bless the Booth freestyle. With this, she showed her superior flow and confidence like all throughout, and I dig it. Then we get the single Thought-ish, and it's straight up Megan from top to bottom. The flows, the punchlines, all sprinkled in very nicely. That confidence, that willingness to be sexual, to talk about her going to college and being able to graduate, being at the top of her game, all of it is just wrapped up in this track, and having the single be the closer here was not a bad choice. I'm not mad at it. Then we just get to the Hotties, which is just a thank you letter to the fans, and yeah, it definitely felt like kind of getting a mixtape back in the day, like with all the shout outs in between, and just kind of like songs that were just straight bars. Not worrying about having a chorus on a good portion of these. It was kind of cool. But the only other bad thing about it being mixtape like-ish is that it's kind of a mixed bag. Some of the songs are pretty good, and some of the songs are, not really something to return to. And even with that, it does seem like some of the songs are kind of B-side worthy. It's like you could tell like these are ones that didn't quite make the cut for an album. And so what I'm hoping is that, Megan showing that she really does have the skills that she does have on this project. I hope she can bring that to an album, and also a little bit more diversity. Like, I'm not saying she has to try and do even more singing, because she's got to do like some singing on a couple of tracks before on some of the other projects, and I don't think it's necessarily her strong suit, but much more so, I want her to diversify some of her subject matter. I would love to hear her get a little bit more personal, a little bit more introspective, and we all know we come to make for that confidence, that hype, that fun. But I wouldn't mind hearing a little bit more of the insecurities, the worries, the upbringing, um, if she doesn't mind going in a little bit more about how she feels about the loss of her mother, and her dedication to her craft and everything like that, due to her mother's support and all that, and the rest of her family as well. I would love to hear stuff like that. So hopefully that's something she would be able to delve into on an album. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think? I want to hear it down below. I know that this is going to have a lot of stuff for the girls to just jam to, shake their booties. That's what Megan is super good at. And, also sing along to it and just feel like they the ish. Because, that's what Megan is really a strong vehicle for. But tell me if you agree down below. You can hit the like button if you enjoyed it. You can subscribe on the channel if you'd like to see more reviews and reactions. And if you're feeling supportive, in an extra sense, there's a Patreon channel that I have. So patreon.com/bloodmaster5, or the link in the description box. You can click that to get extra content that I give out daily to the patrons. So yeah, thanks to those who are already doing so. Please excuse my yawn. And until next time, much love, peace.